Okay, in this class we will start with the welcome to the class. In this class we start with the model number 3, that is leveling. Start with the definition of leveling. Okay, leveling is the branch of surveying. The main object of this leveling is for determining the welcome to the class. In this class start with the model number 3, that is leveling. Start with the definition of leveling. Leveling is the branch of surveying. The main object of the leveling is for determining the elevations of a given points with respect to the given datum line, or second object is the establishing a points at a given elevation with the reference of the datum line. So leveling means what? It is the determine the elevation of a given points with the reference of the any surfaces or datum line, or simply called as datum, or establishing a given point with the required height with the reference of the datum. So suppose there is one point is there. Okay, so for example this is one surface and this is one more surface. This is ground, for example. If you have to find out the difference in elevation from this point to this point. This is called as a elevation. Difference of these height we have to find out using a leveling instruments. Okay, this is the first object. Second object is we have to establishing a given height. We have to establish a point at a given height from the any datum line. Suppose this is level surface, so we have to establish a one point here. Okay, or you have to construct at a some height. So for establishing this level with the reference of this one, we have to use that for leveling instruments. You can easily establish this point at a given height from this datum line. This is called as a leveling. So leveling is the branch of surveying. The main object of the leveling is find out the elevation of a given points, or establishing a point with a required height with respect to given datum lines or given datum surfaces. This is called as a leveling. So similarly, continuation of this one, leveling is the procedure used to determine the difference of the elevation between the points that are remote from each other. So this is also same. It is the first object. It is called as a difference of the elevation of any points. These 2 points will be at a some distances from the each other. This is called as a also leveling. Similarly, elevation is a vertical distance above or below of the with respect to datum. Suppose if you are establishing at a one more point below of this datum surfaces, this is also we can establish by using this leveling process. Next we discuss about some basic definitions used in the leveling. In that first one, that is level surface. So level surface is defined as a curved surface which at each point is perpendicular to the direction of gravity at that point. So for example, if you consider this is Earth surface, any point consider on this surface, this point at that point is exactly perpendicular to the directions of gravity, like this. For example, if you consider this is a point, okay, so the whatever the at that point A, it is exactly perpendicular to the directions of the that point is called as a, this surface is called as a leveled surface. Similarly, level line, a level line is a line lying on the level surface, and also it is called as a plumb line to the with respect to all the points. Okay, the whatever this surface is called, this surface is there, any on this surface if you draw any line along this surface, this line is called as a level line, and all the points is exactly perpendicular to the directions of gravity on this line. This is called as a level line. Next, horizontal surfaces. Any surface tangential to level surface at a given point is called horizontal surfaces or horizontal line. Okay, suppose if you are consider the one point here, on that point we have to draw a one line like this. Okay, exactly over the like this. This surface is called as a horizontal surfaces. This is also same, it is perpendicular to the directions of the gravity. Similarly, horizontal line, it is a straight line tangential to the level line at a given point, and it is also perpendicular to the plumb line or gravity directions. So here the whatever previous level horizontal surface is there, this line is called as a horizontal line. Next definition, the vertical line, it is a line perpendicular to the level surface and lies along the plumb line through that point. Okay, so I will show here again same, considering here surface of the earth. Okay, this is our level surface. If you draw a at a one point, there is a line along the plumb line or direction of gravity. This line is called as a vertical line. This line is there, it is perpendicular to the level surface. Okay, this line is called as a level or vertical line. Similarly, datum, datum is the simple, it is the point or it is a point or the surface with respect to that the other levels are our levels of the other points are considered, is called as a datum. Okay, so for example, this is height of the building here. Okay, this is our ground level. So if we are finding the height of this building, we are taking the reference from the ground level. So this reference is called as a our datum line or datum surfaces. Similarly, next one, that is elevation. Elevation means what? It is simple, it is called as a vertical distance between the with respect to point to the with respect to given datum. Okay, for this one is the whatever the height of the building is called as a elevation of the with respect to point. Okay, at this with respect to point with the reference of the given datum line. And similarly, it is also called as a reduced level or simply RL. The next one is mean sea level, that is MSL. It is the average height of the sea for all stages of the tides. At any particular place, it is derived by averaging the hourly tide heights over a long period of 19 years. Mean sea level means it is the, as I told initially, the whatever the level surface you are considering, the surface of the water level. Okay, because the water is you have fill up in the any bowl. Okay, it will surface of the water level will be always it is plane surfaces. Okay, so that's why with the reference of the sea level, okay, over the 19 years observation on the surface of the sea level, on that basis they have taken the height of the sea from the ground level, okay, below of the sea level, from that to level surface or sea level is called as a mean sea level. Okay, so they have observed the 19 years, then we'll come to know that the height of the sea is there from the bottom of the sea is called as a mean sea level. So for any in the construction of the buildings, maybe it will be PWD, government buildings or any railway line, they have taken the with the reference of the level from the mean sea level, because of it is the leveled surface. In India, the whatever the sea level of the Mumbai is there, it is the reference level for the all over India. Clear? Then next, line of collimation. It is a imaginary line passing through the intersections of crosshairs of the diaphragm and the optical center of the object glass and its continuation. It is called as a line of collimation. Also it is called as a line of sight. Okay, this is the picture of the our leveling instrument. For simply it is called as a dumpy level. Okay, line of collimation means what? It is a imaginary line. Okay, this is our instrument, and there is a one horizontal line is there. Okay, this is imaginary line passing on the intersections of the crosshairs, okay, and objective glass, exactly center of the this objective glass and center of the this crosshairs. This line is called as a line of collimation or line of sight. It is not there in the instrument, but it is imaginary line present in the line passing on the center of the objective glass and center of the this crosshairs is called as a line of collimation. Next we discuss about the benchmark, that is BM. It is a fixed reference point of a known elevations. Depending upon the permanency and precision, benchmarks may be divided into following types. Okay, first understand that benchmark. Benchmark means what? It is the fixed reference point, or it is also called as a datum line. Okay, but we know the elevation height of the that benchmark would be the with respect to datum surfaces is called as a benchmark. So in that benchmark there are number of classifications are there. In that first one, Great Trigonometric Survey, that is GTS benchmark. Second one is permanent benchmarks. Third one, arbitrary benchmarks, and last one is temporary benchmarks. These are the main four classifications of the benchmarks used in the leveling surveying. Okay, first start with the Great Trigonometric Survey, that is GTS benchmark. These are established by a survey of India at an interval of about 100 km all over the country with respect to the mean sea level. As I told, the whatever the benchmarks or level surface considering the all over the India, we are considering the Mumbai sea level. So in that, GTS are the benchmarks are established by a survey of India, means central government, okay, over the at every 100 km distances. Okay, these are the some of the pictures of the GTS benchmarks. Okay, they are constructed by a maybe it will be stone material or any concrete material. On that they have written the with respect to name of the benchmark, and with respect to elevation of a that point. With these references we can take the forward to the with respect to construction site. Next, permanent benchmarks. These are established by a between the GTS benchmarks by the government agencies like PWD. Okay, these are established by the local government agencies, okay, in between the GTS benchmarks. So for example, that is top of the culvert or kilometer stones in the side of the road work. Similarly, arbitrary benchmarks. These are reference points whose elevations are arbitrarily assumed for small leveling operation. These elevations do not refer to any fixed datum. Okay, so for example, if you are considering the smaller, assuming that with respect to elevation up to that point in the surrounding of the construction site, these called as a arbitrary benchmark. These are not reference to the Mumbai sea level or mean sea level. Then last, temporary benchmark. These are the reference points on which a day's work is closed or from here leveling in continued to the next day work. Such benchmark is carefully established on a permanent objects like kilometer stone, parapets, etc. Okay, these are the temporary benchmark. Means suppose you are conducting the surveying with the leveling. At the end of the day work, at nearest of the end of the point, you have to consider the permanent stone for the continuation of a next day work. So that reference point is called as a temporary benchmark. Generally you are establishing the along the kilometer stone or any parapets of the building, okay, or any steps of the building like that. B means it is help for the continuation of a next day work. Next is methods of leveling.